Carried. Now moving to item 8, the LTP 2021 programme update. Peter, welcome back. Again, if we can get some general comments and then any specific comments on this report. Thank you.
Okay. Look, the purpose of this report is to give you a monthly update on the progress against the long-term plan 2021 project. It's a relatively short report. To remind the new councillors, the aim is for staff to give you a draft LTP on the 1st of June next year, which will allow 6 months for you to work through it in a measured way to make sure it's fit for purpose. The program is broadly on track. The two dependencies listed in this report were that we get high-level direction from councillors, and obviously the strategic framework was revised, so that's successful. And both that, the plan is for both that and the new letter of expectation, the final LTP letter of expectation, to come to council on the 19th. So in that sense, we've hit the mark, and we're way ahead of where we were compared to the process last time. The other risks were around the infrastructure strategy and asset management plans. Now, asset plans were meant to be complete by the 2nd as a milestone. It won't be met, but in perspective, it doesn't knock the project off track. In terms of the overall project, we're still okay. The teams are working hard to finish those. In terms of the IS, we've been missing a detailed work stream plan for how the infrastructure strategy will be built, who will deliver it, and exactly what the milestones are. That has since been built and will come to the LTP group on the 10th of December for sign-off. I've been working pretty closely with Dave Griffiths and Mike Galuli, Rayanne, who's also working on it, and I have confidence in the process they've built. We just need to make sure that it's practical and will actually finish on time. That's the key. But the process is thorough and infinitely superior to the last one. So look, that's the roundup. We're on track, and the issues that have been flagged are either solved or in transit.
So this is encouraging, and certainly given questions on previous reports to previous meetings, it's good to get a positive update, so thank you. So what we're hearing is that the infrastructure strategy, there'll obviously be an update internally on the 10th of December. Will that also take into account the need for clear alignment and a point of coming together between the activity plans, the asset management plans, and the infrastructure strategy? Because the vital thing is that they all land on time in the right way so that they can be considered and joined up away as part of the LTP development.
All those work streams referenced the IS, but because we didn't have a plan for the IS, it wasn't reciprocated. Now we do, and provided the meeting of the 10th signs off on that, and we will send a further update at that point, then we're okay in that respect. The big linkage that we need to focus on, and it's an item for the discussion on the 10th, is that the IS talks to the financial strategy properly.
Yeah.
So we've recognised that linkage. The letter of expectation flags that the financial strategy needs to come forward. It doesn't follow the IS. They need to be built in parallel and talking to each other the whole way through. So we're going to have to do some work to bring the FS forward. And that's already foreshadowed in the letter.
So what we would be interested in, of course, is how the information lands at the internal meeting on the 10th of December. You've expressed some confidence that it'll land well. Presumably you've got a plan B if it doesn't. We've got an update by way of this report to the next meeting, which will be at the end of January, which is clearly some time away. Is it your intention that councillors would be updated as to the outcome of the meeting on the 10th so that we can be comfortable that things are in a good space, or that we're advised as to what plan B action there is if things aren't?
The aim is always to keep you updated in live time. So look, if the meeting of the 10th is successful, we'll communicate to that effect. If it's not, we'll tell you what's happened and what we're doing about it.
That's good. So, but really what you're saying is we can go on Christmas holidays confident that things are in a good space either way.
You'll know the score.
Thank you. Any further questions on this report? No questions. Okay, so we've got a three recommendations here, all of which are noting provisions. I'm happy to move them. Mike Davidson's happy to second. All those in favour say aye. Against?